How do humans? It's Human Timothy here. Today I'm wearing green, and these are my top 5 woke boy tools. I'm making no scientific claim about the tools that I'm using, but I use them, and some of them I feel benefits from. Look at it this way. Out of the 5 tools, if maybe none of them make a single difference, okay? Maybe all of them make a little bit of difference. Maybe one of them makes a huge difference. Then it might be worth me trying all 5 for that one that is working. Maybe there's something in the intention of choosing to make a daily choice for the intention of protecting myself. Maybe there's something purely in the intention. And maybe it's all placebo. In which case, bring on that good placebo, baby. Beautiful. Let's do more things for placebo. So the first tool we got here is an earthing sheet, and I also have an earthing mat under my computer. Supposedly when we're around electromagnetic frequencies all day long, like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, phones, laptops, our body becomes positively ionized and it coagulates the blood, and when we're connected to the earth, that releases these ions so we can function as a normal human should, barefoot on the earth. Maybe something to it, maybe not. I've been using the earthing sheet on my bed for maybe 6 years now. In the beginning, I feel like I noticed a substantial difference in my sleep. Not so sure now, but I continue to do it, and I will continue to do it. This is my mat, which I have under my computer. Goes into the socket, into here, which goes into only the earth, not into the electricity. Now, this has been ages since I've done this test, and I don't quite remember what exactly it is doing, I'll be honest, but the numbers change, and in change something is happening. So, right, into earth, yeah? Into me, the numbers go up, touch me, you see the numbers go up. So that's what's running through me right now. It's checking what's running through me. When I put my foot down on the mat next to my computer, it clears it, so that EMF, the ions, is running back into the earth, and it clears me. So it's like I'm connected to the earth while I'm sat at my computer. And then we've got the same setup in my bedroom. Once again, doesn't need to be on, leave that off. Comes into my bed, this sheet, and it's sort of woven into the cotton. So there you have it. That is, maybe it's proof of nothing, maybe it doesn't mean jack shit, but for me, that's enough for me to believe in it and to take the good healing properties of connecting to the earth, or the good healing properties of good old placebo. There's a really good documentary from 2013 called Grounded, which you can find on the internet, and there's also a book called Earthing, which documents all the science literature behind this. Second tool for me is one that I've used for about 6 years now as well, is my distiller. Purifying the water that comes out of my tap. Done tests to check the total dissolved solids in the tap water wherever I'm at. Not many places seem to be that clean. They seem to be filled with way more parts per million minerals than we should have in natural spring water. If you have got a spring, then it doesn't matter, get your spring water. If you've got clean tap water, use that. But so many people use normal like Brita filters or little plastic jugs with a little filter on it that they make barely any difference. If you've got water out of your fridge, that filter does barely anything. So I use a distiller. You could use reverse osmosis machine, a Berkey filter, some type of very powerful water filter. For me, distiller is my favorite because it's the most powerful. It reduces all the minerals and sediment from the water, and it just catches the pure steam, and you just have steam water which you can then remineralize yourself, and you're in control and in charge of what you choose to put, what minerals you put in that water from that point on. So for me, distiller, I've had this one from Mega Home since I started. I've used this company, and it's never failed me yet. As I said, I used distiller for 6 years now. When I first got into it, I would read posts, people saying you need to remineralize your water. I wasn't sure. I believed the other side of the fence, which was saying you don't need to remineralize your water, and it's more potent when you just have it as straight distilled water. Through experience and through feeling and through trying both methods, now I'm pretty convinced of remineralizing the water. So I add sea salt to my water in my jars, and that feels great for me, and it tastes much slicker, and my body seems to appreciate it and absorb it better. Number 3, next one for me, which you may see doing the rounds in the last few years, has come to popularity, and these are blue light blocking glasses. I got a cheap pair. I think these were like $10 on Amazon. They make everything orange. and I got a slightly more expensive pair, these Swannies. I really like these. I think you do get what you pay for when it comes to good glass. I think a lot of people sort of seem to understand the logic behind this, but staring at computer screens and phones at night, there's a lot of blue light coming out of it, which stimulates us, keeps us awake. If you're gonna use your computer or your phone in the evening, you put these on, filters out the blue light, so you're able to, when you do shut off the phone and finally go to sleep, it's a lot smoother of a process. Naturally, humans would have just used candlelight fires in the evening to see things, or just go to bed when the sun goes down. And these put us a little more closer in that direction. And like I say, these Swan wicks, these Swannies, I really like these. Use them pretty much every day. Number 2 for me is mushroom potions. The whole mushroom kingdom is a world of its own. When you understand that mushrooms genetically are close to humans than they are to plant life, then you can start from that single thread of thought, can start to realize, you know, if you've got any experience or know someone with experience with the psychedelic variety of mushrooms and the powerful impact that can have on people's lives, but some people aren't ready for that and it's still illegal, right? So you go, okay, there's something there, but let's put that to the side. What about if that's one subcategory of this species, this kingdom, what about the rest? What about the rest of this kingdom that's close to human DNA than it is to plant life? There's so much to explore in that, and you've got people like Paul Stamets doing amazing work. The documentary Fantastic Fungi just came out, which you can rent on Vimeo, which I watched recently, which is really good. His talk on Joe Rogan, that conversation is powerful. His speeches, TED Talks, all of that stuff. I definitely recommend check out Paul Stamets. I've got a nice little kit of mushroom powders now that I've been experimenting with. And so we're talking mushrooms. You've got the food kind, and then you've got the medicinal kind. In my medicine cabinet here, reishi, turkey tail, lion's mane, cordyceps, some more cordyceps. This is the king of mushrooms, chaga. I don't like to mix the mushrooms together within a few hours, so I like to choose a mushroom. What you learn is the subtleties of these mushrooms, the intelligence behind them. There's something deep there, and so I like to choose one mushroom, put respect on that, boil some water, and I have it just boiling water and some powder. Have it like a tea with a little bit of nut milk, some water, bit of powder, and you know, use it with intention. Something like cordyceps before a workout, lion's mane before I'm doing some work on the computer or working in the shop. There's intentions for each of them, and it's something that I've really gotten into and I enjoy. It's not simple, but the simplicity of like just looking at the mushroom kingdom, you know. One fact that I really like about mushrooms is that they're adaptogens. A lot of them are adaptogens. What that means is they adapt to the needs of your specific human. Whereas if you took a thyroid medication, it will just do one thing to it, and any human that takes that one bit of medication, it will just thin everyone's blood, or it will just blast the thyroid or whatever, right? Whereas adaptogens figure out what you need and they work with that. Some of them can modulate your immune system. So if your immune system's working overdrive, it can help to work out what the body needs to calm it down. Or if it's not working hard enough, it can help boost the immune system. If humans could create a drug with adaptogenic properties like nature's done, it would be the most sought after drug on the planet. Well, we have that. We have this whole mushroom kingdom with a whole host of varieties of mushrooms with adaptogenic qualities. Supplement world is a big industry, but the mushroom kingdom is old medicine. King Chaga, reishi. This is in many traditions from all over Europe and all over Asia. Tibetan medicine, it goes deep into human history, and I think it's something that's coming back into our knowledge in recent times. When we're getting further and further from our history, there are things that are appearing with greater and greater prominence to bring us back to our human roots, and I think a relationship to mushrooms is a big part of that. So that's why it's number 2 on my Woke Boy list 2020. Number 1 Woke Boy tool for me 2020, and this is quite a bit different from the rest of them, but it almost aligns with me as a human who loves human movement. I think this is a really good Woke Boy tool, and that is my WECK method rope. I only got into this in October of 2019 when I went and did my WECK method qualification out in San Diego and learned from David WECK himself. He invented the Bosu ball, which only more recently people are starting to realize the power of utilizing the compression energy. And he spent decades working on other tools.
The Linkz that finds the floor, bounce it, control the bounce. If you control the bounce, you were not rotating if you ain't verticalizing. My hands, what? The big toe can't collapse. It's sending it, cocking the spring. And so everything is there, and you're learning with that to balance on those 4 bones
that are equally powerful for human movement, strengthening, and coordination. And that's what this tool is. I think the future of sport is several different strains of training. I think breath work is going to be a part of that. But I also think coordination training is a big part of the future of athletes reaching their full potential. And what the rope does for coordination, when you don't jump the rope, but you roll with the rope, what it teaches your body, the patterns of movement, the left and the right side utilize, the up and the down utilize. I can't go into it too much in this video. I can give you a hint here. I'm going to do a specific video on how genius this rope is and what you can do when you start to learn the 4 patterns of movement with the rope, and what it does when you can put the thousands of reps in a very short space of time, what that can do to improve the coordination of your movement quickly for any human, from a goofy human to an athletic human. This will smooth the edges of your movements, of your patterns of movement, like nothing else. And for me, what are all these tools for if not to make us and our vehicle more enjoyable, and to utilize it more and be better and healthier and stronger in it day to day, and to improve human coordination, the way we function, walk, run, play. This is a really good tool. So that is why the WECK method rope, which I'll link down below, is my #1 tool for Woke Boy Tools 2020. Big up Uncle WECK for this.
You gotta think in terms of big picture, time, energy, all right? Precious, precious. You wanna make the most of your time and energy, get this thing, and just don't jump through it. Here's what's happening in your body. Your right hand is controlled by your left brain, the right brain. And now what's happening is I'm communicating. If I'm an athlete and I only have my dominant side.
And this is genuine. This is from me playing with this on and off for months, feeling what it does to my movement, seeing what it does to my movement, getting feedback from other people who are great movers saying they can see what it's done to my movement. It can do it to any human. If you pick up the rope, don't jump the rope, start rolling with it. And then even beyond that, what it's done as a meditation, as a movement, as a gentle warm-up, as a wake up the body, it's got untapped, untold potential, and I'm tapping into it. That's it for my top 5 2020 wakeboard tools. I got plenty of other ideas, more in the list, but those are the ones that just came to me that felt the most important to share today. In the future, we'll see if I share some more. If you want to see that, subscribe. If you want to check out more content from me, you can join my community where I'm sharing much more vlogs, live chats, in-depth content. You can click that link down below to join, and you can see me there, regular content every week. If not, enjoy the content I'm putting out for free on this channel. Much love, guys. Do your own research, do your own experiments, set your own intentions, think for yourself.